Welcome back to the ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we're diving deep into the explosive drama unfolding in Port Charles. From October 6th to October 17th, where alibis crumble under pressure, shocking revelations hit the airwaves, and a certain mob boss turns on the charm with unexpected flair. As the week of October 6th to 10th kicks off, Jocelyn Jacks makes her much-anticipated return to Port Charles. But her homecoming quickly spirals into chaos when she stumbles upon Britt Westburn in a moment that sends chills down her spine. Picture this: Jocelyn, still reeling from her time away, locks eyes with Britt, whose survival has been a tightly guarded secret in the underbelly of the town. To cover her tracks and avoid raising alarms, Jocelyn feigns utter shock, acting as if this is the very first she's heard that Britt beat the odds and lived to tell the tale. Standing right there to catch every tense word and glance is Carly Spencer, whose sharp instincts will no doubt pick up on the subtle cracks in Jocelyn's performance. But Carly's got her hands full with her own brewing storm fresh off a candid chat with Anna Devane that left her second-guessing every syllable she let slip. Carly's mind races with regret over that conversation, haunted by the possibility that her loose lips could drag her son, Michael Corinthos, straight into legal hot water. She's pacing the floors at night, replaying the exchange, convinced her words painted a target on Michael's back amid the escalating investigations. Yet, in a twist that heightens the stakes, Carly might want to turn that worry inward because Anna's radar is locked firmly on her. During their talk, Carly let on that she had easy access to the Quartermaine mansion, a detail that doesn't sit well with the savvy operative. Anna's piecing together the puzzle of the missing gun from Edward Quartermaine's prized collection, and Carly's name is now circled in red as a prime suspect. With her history of bold moves and unyielding loyalty to family, Carly's vulnerability feels all too real. Could this be the slip that unravels her carefully constructed world? Building on that tension, Anna Devane teams up with the steadfast Harrison Chase to storm the Quartermaine estate, armed with a rock-solid search warrant, determined to unearth any evidence tied to the weapon's disappearance. But timing throws a wrench into their plans. The reading of Monica Quartermaine's will takes center stage first, pulling family members into a web of inheritance drama that no one saw coming. At the heart of it is Veronica Ronnie Bard, who shockingly emerges as the new owner of the sprawling Quartermaine residencia windfall that raises more eyebrows than applause. Whispers of shady dealings swirl around the event, hinting at layers of deception straight out of a high-stakes corporate thriller, where alliances shift and hidden agendas come to light. Is Ronnie's good fortune a legitimate bequest, or is there a con artist's hand at play, manipulating Monica's final wishes for personal gain? Meanwhile, across the vibrant streets of Port Charles, Portia Robinson finds herself at a crossroads that could redefine her future. In a private moment of anticipation and nerves, she takes a pregnancy test. The seconds ticking by like a countdown to destiny. The results hit her like a tidal wave, delivering news that promises to upend her carefully balanced life eyes. It seems Portia's carrying a child, a tiny miracle amid the town's relentless turmoil. But the burning question lingers: who holds the title of father? Is it the enigmatic Isaiah Gannon, whose mysterious allure has drawn her in during recent encounters? Or the ever-present Curtis Ashford, whose deep-rooted connection to Port Charles and Portia adds emotional weight to the possibility? This revelation isn't just personal, it could ripple through relationships, forcing Portia to confront choices that blend joy, fear, and unforeseen complications in equal measure. Shifting gears to the investigative front, Harrison Chase steps into the spotlight with a revelation that's bound to shake foundations. Whether it's details from the impending Quartermaine search, or the bombshell discovery of judge bribery documents tucked away in Drew Kane's secure safe, Chase's words carry the weight of potential breakthroughs. Willow Tate, ever the pillar of support in Michael's circle, could be the first to hear the full story if Chase opens up to her, bridging the gap between law enforcement and the personal lives intertwined with the case. Imagine Willow absorbing this intel, her expression a mix of determination and quiet resolve, as she weighs how it might shield or expose those she holds dear. Jocelyn's storyline heats up further as she grapples with an irresistible pull toward Vaughn, testing her willpower in ways that leave her breathless and conflicted. Amid the push and pull of desire, she steels herself for a pivotal sit-down with Jack Brennan, a meeting laced with unspoken stakes and veiled intentions. Brennan doesn't hold back. Either his confrontation with Jason Morgan erupts down by the shadowy docks, where salty air mixes with sharp accusations. Their clash crackles with intensity, likely centering on Jocelyn's divided loyalties. Carly's precarious position, and Britt's unexpected resurgence, each man defending their territory in a verbal showdown that echoes the town's fractured trusts. Britt Westburn, still navigating the aftershocks of her survival, reaches a boiling point following Nathan West's jaw-dropping announcement that catches everyone off guard. Fresh out of the hospital and reclaiming his strength, Nathan declares his intentions to secure his own living space and pursue full custody of his son, James West, a move that strikes at Britt's core. She's vehemently against it, her face flushing with a mix of fury and protectiveness, convinced that James deserves a shield from Nathan's chaotic orbit. Dark secrets lurk beneath the surface, ones Britt guards fiercely, believing they make Nathan an unfit influence. This maternal firestorm could fracture their already tenuous bond, pulling in family and friends as unwitting pawns in the custody battle. The investigation into Drew Kane's shooting takes a dramatic turn as a key alibi begins to unravel, like a threadbare tapestry, exposing vulnerabilities no one anticipated. Is it Carly's timeline that cracks first, her movements too conveniently aligned with the crime scene, or Michael's, whose protective instincts might have led him astray? Perhaps it's an unexpected player's cover story that gives way, dragging new names into the fray. Regardless, the fallout promises courtroom drama and heartfelt confrontations. In the midst of it, Michael Corinthos carves out rare moments of solace with Ronnie Bard, confiding in her like a trusted ally amid the isolation. Their talks unfold in quiet corners, where Michael unburdens his fears, finding in Ronnie an unexpected source of clarity and strength. Unsettling undercurrents ripple through Port Charles as Jordan Ashford confronts a direct threat that tests her resolve as commissioner, her safety hanging by a thread in a town rife with hidden dangers. Jocelyn, meanwhile, weaves half-truths to navigate her tangled web, each bend in her story adding layers of risk, from shadowy figures lurking in alleys to whispered warnings that echo in empty rooms. The atmosphere thickens with peril, keeping residents on edge as alliances teeter. On a brighter horizon, Lucas Jones channels his romantic side, stepping in as an impromptu matchmaker to nudge two hearts toward connection. With his keen eye for chemistry and a dash of playful scheming, Lucas orchestrates encounters that spark possibility, perhaps pairing unlikely souls, or reigniting faded flames, infusing the week with a touch of hopeful romance amid the chaos. Fast forward to the week of October 13th to 17th, and Sonny Corinthos unleashes his charismatic side with a flirty maneuver, designed to disarm Justine Turner completely. Sonny, ever the master of psychological chess, dials up the charm during their interactions, using light-hearted banter and lingering glances to disrupt her focus and gain the upper hand. In their ongoing power play, it's classic Sonny, smooth, calculated, and laced with that signature intensity, leaving Justine flustered and off balance as he maneuvers through the social minefield of Port Charles. In a tender counterpoint, Giovanni Joe Palmieri musters the courage to bare his soul to Emma Scorpio Drake, confessing the depth of his affections in a moment that feels both vulnerable and electric. Their bond, already simmering with shared adventures and quiet understandings, deepens as Emma processes his words, paving the way for stolen glances and heartfelt conversations that hint at a budding romance. Gio's honesty strips away pretenses, drawing them closer in ways that promise emotional growth and perhaps even collaborative escapades. Ahead, finally, Rick Lansing endures his prolonged captivity, isolated yet haunted by vivid dreams that center on Elizabeth Baldwin, with an almost obsessive fervor. These nocturnal visions replay fragments of their past passionate arguments, tender reconciliation stringer a longing that blurs the line between memory and fantasy. As Elizabeth inches nearer to uncovering his hidden location, her determination fueled by intuition and overlooked clues, the tension mounts. Will her pursuit lead to a dramatic rescue, or complicate the web of deceit surrounding Rick's disappearance? Port Charles braces for the revelations that could free him or ensnare them both in deeper intrigue. Next, we'll dive deep into the sizzling topic of Port Charles' ultimate heartthrob, who's flying solo far longer than anyone expected. In the bustling, drama-filled world of Port Charles, few characters capture the spotlight quite like Cody Bell, the rugged adventurer with a mysterious past and an undeniable charm that leaves fans swooning. As one of the most sought-after singles on the canvas, Cody's prolonged bachelorhood has sparked endless debates among viewers, turning him into the talk of every online forum and tweet thread. Picture this, a man who's navigated high-stakes heists, family secrets, and intense rivalries, yet somehow remains unattached in a town where romance ignites faster than a warehouse fire. His effortless good looks, those piercing eyes, that roguish smile, and the way he carries himself with quiet confidence make him the epitome of eligible. But it's his layered personality that truly hooks audiences. Cody isn't just eye candy. He's a blend of vulnerability and strength, shaped by his nomadic upbringing and the shadows of his Bell family legacy, which includes ties to the Quartermaines that add even more intrigue to his storyline. Fans have been vocal about Cody's single status for months now, pointing out how it's high time the writers pair him with someone who can match his energy and depth. On platforms like Twitter and Reddit, the conversation has exploded, with hashtags like "Cody Needs Love" and "Portia Spockers" trending during key episodes. Viewers argue that in a soap where whirlwind romances are the norm from surprise engagements to forbidden flings, Cody's isolation feels like a missed opportunity to explore fresh dynamics. Imagine the potential. His adventurous spirit could clash beautifully with the town's more grounded residents, creating sparks that ripple through established families. Yet, his history of troublemaking, from poker scams to impulsive decisions, adds a thrilling edge. He's not the safe choice, but that's precisely why fans crave his next chapter. Social media sleuths have dissected his interactions frame by frame, noting subtle glances and charged conversations that hint at unspoken attractions. This buzz isn't just idle chatter, it's a call to action for the show's creators, urging them to weave Cody into the romantic tapestry before his solo arc grows stale. When it comes to potential matches, the fanbase is divided, but one pairing that keeps surfacing is Cody with Brooklyn Quartermaine, or BLQ as she's affectionately known. Their shared connection to the Quartermaine empire could fuel a storyline rich with corporate intrigue and heartfelt confessions, where Cody's outsider perspective challenges BLQ's polished world. Picture late-night strategy sessions turning into stolen kisses amid ELQ boardroom battles, or Cody helping BLQ navigate her music career revival with his street-smart wisdom. Fans rave about the chemistry, envisioning a power couple that blends BLQ's fiery ambition with Cody's laid-back charisma, potentially leading to epic family showdowns. However, not everyone agrees. Some worry it might overshadow BLQ's growth post-Harrison Chase drama. Still, the idea persists as a fan favorite, with online polls showing it leading the pack for best fit votes. Shifting gears, the notion of Cody sparking with Elizabeth Weber has also gained traction, especially as fans tire of her on-again, off-again cycles with Jason Morgan. Liz, with her nurturing nurse persona and resilient spirit, could offer Cody the stability he's never quite had. Drawing from her own history of overcoming loss and betrayal, envision a slow-burn romance starting in the hospital corridors, where Cody seeks medical advice after a rough encounter, and Liz's empathy peels back his defenses. Their bond might explore themes of healing old wounds, with Cody encouraging Liz to step away from the Morgan orbit and rediscover her independence. Yet, purists argue this would disrupt the iconic Jasam legacy, suggesting instead that Jason and Liz reunite while Cody finds his own path, perhaps even leaving room for Britt Westburn to exit gracefully, either single or vanishing back into the ether after her controversial return. Britt's icy wit and medical expertise could theoretically clash with Cody in a mentor-protege twist, but many viewers feel her arc has run its course, preferring she bows out dramatically rather than forcing an ill-fitting romance. Then there's the polarizing idea of Cody and Christina Corinthos Davis, which has drawn sharp backlash from the community. Christina's vibrant personality and activist drive might seem like a match on paper, complementing Cody's rebellious streak and storylines involving social causes or family feuds, but fans overwhelmingly reject it, citing Christina's recent personal upheavals and the risk of yet another pregnancy plot derailing her development. Comments flood in with pleas like, "Cody deserves better than being tangled in the Corinthos web, keep him far from that chaos." Instead, imaginations run wild with alternatives, like a tentative link to Lulu Spencer. Though the Dante factor looms large, a Cody-Lulu pairing could ignite jealousy-fueled drama at the PCPD, testing bro codes and old flames. But it risks alienating viewers who see Lulu's history with Dustin and others as too complicated. The tension might play out in Undercover Ops gone romantic, but the consensus leans toward awkward at best, with fans preferring to preserve Lulu's maternal focus over rushed entanglements. Nina Reeves enters the fray as a wildcard option, her bold journalism background meshing with Cody's enigmatic vibe. For a pairing full of witty banter and high society scandals, imagine Nina uncovering one of Cody's hidden family secrets during an investigative piece, leading to a cat and mouse game that blossoms into passion amid Crimson magazine events. Their age gap and shared outsider status in Port Charles elite circles could add layers of forbidden allure, with Cody softening Nina's edges while she challenges his impulsiveness. However, detractors chime in with a firm no thanks, arguing Nina's entanglements with Sonny and Willow make her unavailable for fresh starts. The fun factor is undeniable. Picture steamy interviews turning personal, but practicality wins out in fan debates. Ava Jerome, meanwhile, is a hard pass for most, her villainous history painting her as the ultimate mismatch. Ava's manipulative tendencies and legal troubles scream psycho alert, and overloading her screen time with Cody would only amplify the fatigue. Fans vent frustrations online, wishing for a storyline break where Ava faces real consequences, perhaps in Pentonville, freeing up space for Cody to shine elsewhere. Her dramatic flair might create short-term fireworks, like a blackmail scheme backfiring into attraction, but the toxicity is too much. Viewers crave pairings that build rather than burn. Among the more promising contenders, Brooklyn Quartermaine resurfaces in fan theories for her musical synergy, with Cody envisioned collaborative songwriting sessions evolving into deeper emotions. Molly Lansing Davis stands out too, with their budding rapport promising intellectual sparks amid legal battles and family gatherings. Cody's protective side could shine in defending Molly's DA ambitions, crafting a narrative of mutual respect that feels earned. While not immediate endgame material, this duo's potential for success lies in organic growth, without the pressure of forever after labels. Other whispers include fleeting flings with Sasha Gilmore for a wild child vibe, or even a surprise twist with a recast Maxie Jones, exploring fashion world adventures. The possibilities stretch infinitely, from heartfelt beachside confessions to Galanite revelations, keeping Cody's future as unpredictable as Port Charles itself. As the debates rage on, one thing's clear: Cody Bell's romantic destiny is in the writer's hands. But fan passion ensures it'll be a storyline worth watching, whether he settles into a steady flame or stirs up temporary tempests. His journey promises more twists than a Quartermaine will reading. Next, we'll unravel the explosive family drama swirling around Nathan West and his young son James, in the shadowy undercurrents of Port Charles. In a town where secrets fester like untreated wounds, Nathan's sudden reappearance has ignited a firestorm of tension, particularly as he sets his sights on reclaiming a role in James's life that could upend everything. Once presumed lost to the chaos of past tragedies, Nathan's return feels like a thunderclap, pulling at the fragile threads of the West family legacy. Fans have been on the edge of their seats since his hospital bedside reunion with James, a moment laced with innocent joy but overshadowed by Britt Westburn's frantic efforts to shield her nephew from what she suspects is a dangerously altered version of the man she once knew. Britt, ever the fierce protector, with her sharp instincts honed from years of navigating medical mysteries and personal betrayals, has been working overtime to maintain distance between father and son, fearing the consequences of letting them grow too close too soon. Despite Britt's valiant attempts, deploying distractions like urgent consultations and fabricated emergency-ish couldn't prevent that pivotal encounter. In Nathan's dimly lit hospital room, there, amid the beeps of monitors and the sterile scent of antiseptic, Nathan and James shared a simple ritual of cracking open cans of fizzy soda, their laughter echoing like a rare melody in the grim setting. James, with his wide-eyed curiosity and unfiltered enthusiasm, warmed to his father instantly, peppering him with questions about adventures Nathan might have had during his absence. From imagined spy missions to tales of far-off cities, this budding connection, forged over shared sips and stories of playground heroes, paints a heartwarming picture on the surface, evoking the classic soap trope of lost bonds rediscovered. Yet, beneath this facade lies a storm cloud of unease. Port Charles has a history of resurrections that twist into nightmares, from identity swaps to supernatural interventions, and Britt's escalating anxiety signals that this reunion is anything but straightforward. Her sleepless nights, pacing the corridors of General Hospital while clutching old photos of the real Nathan, underscore her dread that the man before them is a hollow echo, manipulated by forces yet to be unveiled. Britt's near-panic state isn't mere maternal overprotectiveness. It's a visceral reaction rooted in subtle clues that scream foul play. She's noticed the way this Nathan's eyes flicker with unfamiliar shadows during conversations, or how his recollections of their shared past glitch like a faulty recording, skipping over key details that only the genuine article would recall with precision. In the show's intricate web of plot devices, possibilities abound. Perhaps advanced memory mapping technology, courtesy of shadowy organizations tied to the Casadini legacy, has overwritten Nathan's mind with implanted directives aimed at destabilizing the Jones West Circle. Or it could be a sophisticated brainwashing scheme orchestrated by a vengeful foe, like a remnant of the old WSB operatives seeking revenge for Nathan's past exploits. As an undercover agent, even darker theories swirl among Fans clones engineered in hidden labs or psychological conditioning that turns him into an unwitting pawn in a larger game of power grabs within Port Charles elite. Whatever the truth, Britt's behavior paints Nathan as an imminent threat, a wolf in familiar clothing who poses an unacceptable risk to James's safety and emotional well-being. Her whispered warnings to trusted allies, like Felicia Scorpio, hint at a deeper conspiracy that could unravel if not contained swiftly. Undeterred by the red flags, Nathan's affection for James appears genuine in the moment, fueling his determination to integrate fully into the boy's life. Now that Maxie Jones remains sidelined in her prolonged coma treatment at a secluded facility, Maxie, the vibrant fashionista and devoted mother whose absence has left a void in the household, trusted her support network to nurture James alongside his half-siblings, Georgie and Mac's extended family. But with Nathan's recovery progressing, he's eyeing a permanent shift, envisioning himself as the steadfast guardian who can fill the paternal role Maxie always hoped for. This ambition aligns with his character's evolution from rogue cop to family man, drawing on flashbacks to his early days with Maxie where dreams of co-parenting danced. Amid the danger, yet, the timing feels suspiciously opportunistic, as if Nathan's hospital stay was merely a staging ground for this bold pivot, complete with plans for a modest apartment overlooking the Harborcasy enough for bedtime stories, but isolated enough to sideline prying eyes. The real fireworks are set to erupt during the gripping episodes airing the week of October 6th to 10th. When Nathan drops a bombshell declaration that could shatter the fragile equilibrium, picture the scene, gathered in the warm glow of the Jones home, surrounded by toys and half-eaten snacks. Nathan stands tall and announces his intentions to secure independent housing, a fresh start, in a quiet brownstone on the edge of town, complete with a room decked out for James's model airplanes and comic collections. He'll propose an immediate transition, arguing that full-time living arrangements would allow James to thrive under his direct care, fostering the father-son bond they've only just begun to nurture. James, ever the adaptable kid with a knack for optimism, might light up at the idea, chattering excitedly about sleepovers and weekend fishing trips along the docks, oblivious to the undercurrents. This vision of domestic bliss clashes violently with the reality Britt has pieced together, potentially sending her into a tailspin of confrontation, where she unleashes a torrent of accusations in a heated family showdown that echoes through the living room. Enter Damian Spinelli, the tech-savvy genius whose hacker instincts are already tingling with suspicion, positioning him as the unlikely voice of reason in this escalating saga. Spinelli, who has stepped up as a pseudo-uncle figure during Maxie's absence, recently confided his unease after witnessing Nathan's hospital visit, a nagging sense that the air hummed with artificiality, like code glitching in a virtual simulation. Sure, a dash of jealousy colors his perspective. Spinelli's long-standing loyalty to Maxie breeds protectiveness, viewing any interloper as a threat to the carefully curated family dynamic he's helped maintain through late-night coding sessions and improvised playdates. But it's more than envy. His analytical mind has clocked inconsistencies, from Nathan's oddly synchronized movements to evasive answers about his recovery process, triggering mental alerts akin to a firewall breach. If Nathan pushes for swift custody, Spinelli's reservations will amplify into outright opposition, perhaps launching a discreet digital deep dive into hospital records or tracing anomalous signals that point to external interference. He might rally allies like Sam McCall for backup, turning the custody bid into a multi-front battle that tests loyalties and unearths buried truths. James's current world, a bubble of sibling camaraderie and hopeful vigils for Maxie's awakening, stands in stark contrast to Nathan's proposed upheaval. The young boy revels in the stability of shared meals with Georgie, where laughter drowns out the worry, and he clings to drawings of his mom returning like a superhero from one of his favorite tales. Uprooting him for full-time residence with Nathan could disrupt this haven, introducing uncertainties that a child his age isn't equipped to handle late nights, wondering about Maxie's silence or adjusting to a father's unpredictable schedule. Nathan, however, might counter with promises of enrichment, like enrolling James in adventure clubs or introducing him to Nathan's old WSB contacts for inspiring stories. framing it as an upgrade rather than a rupture. Yet, the insistence on immediacy post-release from General Hospital raises eyebrows. ABC General Hospital spoilers tease that Nathan will accelerate his custody pursuit, with legal consultations lined up, potentially filing motions that drag the Quartermaines or Corinthoses into advisory roles. For added drama, as this custody clash looms, the ripple effects promise to ensnare the entire Port Charles ensemble, from Brit's desperate maneuvers to sabotage the Plan Mabe, tipping off authorities about Nathan's anomaly. Esto Spinelli's covert investigations that could expose a larger syndicate at play. Imagine courtroom scenes fraught with emotional testimonies, where James's innocent drawings become exhibits, or surprise witnesses like Liesel Obert surfacing with cryptic insights into Nathan's resurrection. The stakes escalate as Maxie's coma storyline intersects, perhaps with a glimmer of recovery that forces a reevaluation. But for now, Nathan's shady aura dominates, casting long shadows over what should be a joyful reunion. Fans, buckle up for the turmoil ahead. Will Brit's warnings prevail, or will Nathan's charm win out? We'll keep you posted on every twist in this heart-pounding family feud. So hit that subscribe button and join the conversation in the comments with your predictions.